cool. So this is my NVS. I got an MV1B. So basically this goes like that. And then it goes into the side cartridge, right? I got this with it. It's kind of nice. So we can load with the cartridges. But the problem I have is with the sound chip. I hear it's a sound chip. They said it was broken because it just didn't power on, but that was a lie. It's probably this chip right here, which is a sound chip. So if we can see that, yeah, it's just a little sound chip that's bad. So I have two options. I can either go and try to find a replacement for this chip here, or I can go in and Dremel and try to connect the audio lines to this chip here. I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to try to do, is to try to Dremel this pretty far back and then reconnect it, because I don't know if I can get this chip. This chip here is $45. It's $47, so it would cost me like $50 to replace just this thing. And I believe a replacement chip, if I could find it, would be around $15. So I got to look around online for the Neo-ZMC2. This is a audio chip. They said it wasn't booting, but if you look at this board, it's immaculate. There's nothing wrong with the board. Even the backup ROMs look good. Just super clean. The edge connectors, of course, isn't clean. I need to clean that up. But the audio port for the cartridge connector is destroyed. So I'm waiting for my JAMA connector so I can connect it to a TV to see like what exactly is wrong with it. But dude, this looks clean. Like, I'm happy with this board. I'm happy with what I got. I mean, it looks completely clean. I did go through it with alcohol, but it looked clean before. There's the Motorola chip, and there's the BIOS. Right here's the BIOS. And yeah. So I may have to come in and just replace this or Dremel it. I may just end up Dremeling, and yeah, and this board was only $65 after shipping. And but yeah, this chip I think I can find online. I think it's like a $20 chip. I mean, I can get this board replaced for maybe 45 to $50. But some of the chips that replacements don't even have this chip on here. They have like a workaround, and I'm like uncomfortable with that. Yeah, but the thing is if I'm gonna buy a board like this for $45, I might as well spend another 25 and get a whole another MVS for parts, but yeah, this is super clean. I'm very happy with the main board. Like this here this was worth 65. Just this board itself was worth 65, and this part was worth it with it, you know. These are nice, so I'm kind of happy with that. And then the back of the board is super clean as well. You can zoom in and you can't even see any like issues with the traces. This just looks like it just sat. Yeah, so I'm thinking, like, if I do buy a replacement board, and if I don't want to just Dremel this out, I may just buy a whole replacement instead of just buying this board. It doesn't make sense. I did get that extra BIOS chip, So I did get a Mazda today too. This is the BIOS chip that I'm going to give Ricardo. I'm not going to use this chip with it. And then I'm going to put this on here. I bought the non-finished one to save me $10. So I got this. And so I'm taking it out with one hand. So this is the BIOS Mazda. So this goes onto here, onto this chip here, which is really cool. And then I have to solder this onto it. So onto here. So I have to solder this onto here tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm thinking that's going to be kind of cool because then this clips on to here, and then I remove completely this chip here, and then I solder two wires, two points on 2 wires and 2 points on one of these pads, some of these pads here. I may just be lazy and lift the pin. Here it's this one and then this outside one, and I just need to solder like a wire here and a wire here, and just call it good and not even lift up. But I don't know, I might just take the whole chip off. But I don't even know the size comparison. I wish I could just take the BIOS and just, but it's just so large compared. Yeah. I don't know if they are. It's just they're super tiny. I have to go through with my microscope, but I don't think there's any problems with any of the tracing. I think it looks really good. I do have a temperature controlled heat gun, but I'm not going to run over this thing with the heat gun at first. It looks super good. It looks super clean. I mean, even in person, these all look legit. The only issues that it would be if you do have problems with the traces would be under the chips. So like under like commonly chip under these chips, and the controller chip, which is this one here. There's usually a problem with these, and they just have to be readjusted back in. But half this stuff, like anything here, this one, all this shit is useless. I could completely just remove all this and not worry about it, and it would still work just fine. These are the only RAMs that it actually uses. These are backup ROMs, which aren't used. They're only used for, it's only used for like the machine cabinet. So basically it for coin and for data for the arcade owner. So that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to put a new battery on because it's useless. The only reason why you'd want to keep a battery is for high scores. But yeah, I don't think I even care about that. But even the battery area, it doesn't even look like there's even any issues with the battery exploding or anything. Battery looks super clean. Doesn't look like there's any issues or corrosion. I'm super thrilled. This looks really good compared to a lot that I've seen online. This board looks like it was used for maybe 5 minutes and then thrown into an attic and a bag or something, because I do see that there was water up here, which could be just from the environment if it's just sitting in. And look at those chips there too, like that is just completely nasty. I'm gonna have to throw this in my ultrasonic cleaner and I'm going to have to throw it so that my ultrasonic cleaner can clean that. Because I bet you the ultrasonic cleaner could clean up those chips, and then I just get a Dremel and just start dremeling. And I can get a Dremel at work and just start dremeling the top of that slowly. And then just connect those wires up. That's just an audio chip anyway. So I did get the grounds out, and I did remove a lot of the dead on there. So it should boot up now and work fine. Just the audio from the game cartridge won't work. But I just don't know. I could even get a wiring diagram and wire around it too. So like take a wire from here, move it to around the chip. I could probably even look at diagrams too and see where it goes on the chip or through the chip. If it's just something simple, it just goes through in connection, then that's what all I can do too. Is I could probably bypass the chip anyway, which would be fine as well. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this. It's a pretty good project. Yeah, thanks Nintendo for encouraging me to go to do this. But yeah, these edge connectors are terrible looking. There's a lot of oxidization. Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking thinking about it right now. I'm thinking just bypass wire jump, not even drill into the chip, just work around it, because if I can get the diagrams of the chip itself, I can just work around that chip and not even worry about it. Because sometimes it's just not even necessary. All it is just connecting multiple things, and I could just put a thing on top. I mean, that's what they do with this chip, is there's like workarounds for that on replacement boards I saw. But yeah, I think $65 shipped is a really good deal for this. 65 shipped is not bad at all. I'm pretty excited about it. I did get what's really cool is I got a couple chips that I can do where I can set the there's like PCB that that would make it look like this, and so that it's not a side loader, but then I could 3D print. Yeah, I'm waiting for my super gun. I can't test anything right there like that, but I can make it a straight board like that, where I have a PCB that I bought from France that just connects over these, and you just resolder over them, and they connect over here like this. Oops. And they just connect like that and makes it one board. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that would be cool too. Maybe that would be working really cool. But I'd have to get it working first before I even attempt that. Because if I can't get that clean, then that bypass will actually probably be the better idea. If I can get this fixed, but I can't get the bypass completely oxidized free, then making it one board would be probably the best idea. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the whole thing. Because making it a top loader is kind of a cool idea. I do have the part. I didn't know if I was going to use that or not, but I did buy it. But this is I'm pretty excited about the whole project. First one I've ever owned. I'm still waiting for the games to come in. So even if I get this powered up and booted, I won't be able to test the game cartridge anyway. And I do have to address this problem. But I think I can get that addressed at work. They let me do side projects and learn at work anyway. My work is pretty relaxed on stuff like that. The one thing I need to do is work out this stuff, because this stuff's disgusting. This stuff's gross. I need to get that off, because what alcohol or what glue does to capacitors is it holds in the heat and it has nowhere to go if it needs to expand, and it can cause a lot of problem going forward. So the way to deal with hot glue is with alcohol, because it breaks it down. but it makes me question the whole validity of these capacitors, especially if they were ran on heat, you know. But I did get that glue off, which is nice. You don't want glue on your caps, because the problem is if it needs to vent, you're blocking the venting. So we definitely don't want it. But the enemy of glue, or at least hot glue, is alcohol. It breaks it down. It makes it loose. So if you ever have hot glue on things, it just breaks it down real quick. And it just evaporates off anyway. So yeah, I took care of the scary part of glue on capacitors. It was a terrible idea. Whoever thought of that. It's, don't know who thought of that idea, but now I have that off, and they actually don't look as questionable. They actually look pretty good. I was just worried about the heat up of that. This board actually just doesn't look like it's been used that much, so it looks pretty clear and clean. Another thing I'd need to do is an alcohol test. So basically what you do is you pour alcohol on components, and it'll if you feel that it's getting warm, and then you can see if it like evaporates off very quickly. If that happens, then you know there you have the chip that's overheating. It's another tip. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just get a diagram on that. That'll be kind of an interesting project. Hopefully it doesn't cause a fire on anything or cause a problem, but it's only 5 volts, if that. But thank you guys for, watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this now. My phone is like getting hot, and yeah, I just thought this would be kind of cool to show. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.